Hi YouTube cuties, I am back again. I'm absolutely exhausted, wiped out, and tired. I just came back from boot camp and my ass was totally kicked today. Karina has asked a few more questions. It's her first Disney trip, as you all recall, and again, the questions are awesome and I think that everybody can benefit from them, so I'm going to do a vlog for her, but one that everybody can probably benefit from and get answers to questions, because my theory is always if you have the question, 50 other people probably also have the same question. So I'll just jump right into them. And no, by the way, you are not annoying. None of your questions are ever annoying to me. I love them. I mean, that's, you know, that's part of what makes this vlog so much fun to do, is that I'm always getting asked questions from you guys, which means that I always have something to vlog about, which is great. So please keep the questions coming for sure. You say it's the first time flying. You're going to go from Syracuse, New York to Orlando, but you're going to have a layover in New Jersey because that appears to be the only way you can do it. It's a 2-hour layover. I'm assuming you're going to be flying into the Newark airport, which is my airport. That's the closest one to me. That's the one that we always fly into and out of, so I know it pretty well. There's a McDonald's there. There's a Nathan's. There's a food court that has a whole bunch of places to eat. If your munchkin is into fast food, if you let them eat fast food, a stop at McDonald's might be a nice way to kill some time. There's a pretty decent bookstore there if you guys wanted to pick up some books. I just suggest, like I said, go to the dollar store, grab a boatload of new toys, maybe $30 or $40 worth of stuff. It doesn't have to be big bulky stuff. It can be, you know, new books, coloring books, puzzles, that kind of thing. Load your iPhone up with apps, games, videos, things that Munchkin likes to watch. They do have charging stations, and you're more than welcome to plug your... I've sat right on the floor, given my kids the iPhone, and had them, you know, sit right next to an outlet and have it plugged in so that I don't drain my battery. And give them a set of headphones, and whee, away they go. The other thing you might want to do, I don't know what your budget is like, but if you have a little bit of extra dough to blow, you might want to consider buying Munchkin a used Kindle. And that way they can read books, they can watch videos, they can do their own thing in their own space, on their own time, and they won't have to worry about wasting your battery. Snacks, like I said, snacks are always good. Yeah, that's, you know, walk around the airport. Newark Airport's a pretty cool place to see. It's got, you know, a lot of shops, a lot of good, there's a good diner there. I've never, well, I shouldn't say it's a good diner. It looks like a good diner. My family never wants to go there. I always want to go there. There's some you know, some stores that have New York City, you know, I Love New York merchandise in them. That 2 hours will go awfully fast, especially since you're probably bored within an hour and a half, and connecting flights never make it on time, so you probably won't have the full 2 hours to spend in the airport. Your Munchkin loves all things Disney Channel, especially Phineas and Ferb. In Epcot, they have something called, and I can't, the name of it is completely escaping me now, but it's something like Adventures with Phineas and Ferb. And it used to be Kim Possible, and now they've made it into Phineas and Ferb. And what it is basically is you get what looks like a flip cell phone, and you walk around the park and you have to save, you act as Perry, who is their, if you don't know Phineas and Ferb, I'm sorry for you, because Phineas and Ferb is just awesome. But they have a pet platypus named Perry, and Perry is, he carries on a double life as a secret agent, Agent P. And Agent P has a nemesis named Doofenshmirtz, who is always trying to, he's always building innators. All of his contraptions are called something or other innator, like a gizmo ray innator, or a weather innator, or you know. And so he's always trying to destroy the world or do something evil, and Agent P has to save the world from Doofenshmirtz. So you are acting as Agent P, and you have to save Epcot from Doofenshmirtz, and you walk around all of the World Showcase, and it's interactive. You will get clues, and you have to go to, and I haven't actually done it myself. I've only seen people walking around with it, so it looks, I keep promising my kids next trip, next trip, next trip, so when I do finally get to do it, I will video it. But you carry around this transponder, I guess is what they're calling it, and you get clues, and you have to go to the different pavilions and find your next clue, and it's interactive. Things pop up, things move, things that you don't think will move. They talk to you. Doofenshmirtz appears in some places. Perry appears in some places. It's very cool. So that's actually a lot of fun. It gets you to run all over Epcot and that kind of thing. I'll have to find the actual name of it for you. I have to look that up. You are going in March and you want to know if it will be warm enough to swim. Yeah, maybe. Are you going in the beginning of March or the end of March? Disney does heat their pools. People are in the pools year-round, whether or not it is chilly out there. I would say, sure, pack your bathing suits. You never know, but the pools are definitely heated, and you may find that it is much warmer, and you know, coming from Syracuse, the weather in March is going to be very different than the weather in Orlando, so sure, get some pool time in. Why the heck not? What is the longest time I've waited for a ride? Well, you know, again, this is a tricky one for me because I don't wait on the long lines anymore because of my son. The longest line I've ever seen people wait for is 110 minutes, and that is for Toy Story Mania, and that's pretty consistent almost all the time with the wait ride. It's either 70 minutes, 110 minutes, 90 minutes. Peter Pan gets pretty long too. I've seen Peter Pan at 90 minutes, but it's not. Every ride is not like that by any stretch. And a lot of these rides fast pass. So if you get the fast pass and you time it right, you won't wait on any of those lines. If you want to do the standby line and you don't want to do fast pass, you'll probably wait for a while. Yes, pack your patience, kindness, and sense of humor. Has there ever been an incident when I want to just forget that rule? Yeah, you know, I'm going to get in trouble for this, but I'm going to be honest and I'm going to be, you know, because you asked a question. I'm going to throw it out there. The only time I have ever really wanted to knock somebody's teeth out in Disney World is during Cheer Week. And it's not because of the cheerleaders. Cheer Week is Disney has a complex. ESPN has built a complex down there. And there are always events going on down there. One of the big events that goes on down there in February, March is the cheer competitions. The cheer championships are down there. So you get cheerleaders from all over the country. And it's not the girls that bother me, because the girls are fine. They're girls. They're teenage girls. They're preteens. They're little girls. They're girls. Whatever. It's the crazy moms. And if you're a cheer mom, I'm sorry. Maybe you're one of the ones that's not crazy. But for the most part, cheer moms are nuts. You're all crazy. And they just kind of come down there like a swarm of locusts. And the moms are, I guess, I don't know if they're all living vicariously through their daughters or what, but they are just pushy, obnoxious, entitled, overbearing, and I just, you know, they just rub me the wrong way. 99% of them, and I will say 99% because I'm sure there's that 1% that I have not yet run into, but just, you know, I'm trying to reach between a line to grab a strawberry and they're smacking my hand away because I can't cut the line because they were online before I was. Well, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, so that is about the only time that I've ever really wanted to. That and when I see people mishandle or mistreat the cast members, when they take advantage of the cast members, when they're rude to cast members, I really kind of want to step up and be like, yeah, you know what? No. We don't treat cast members poorly. We treat them like family. And if you treat your family poorly, then treat them better than you treat your family. But cast members are underpaid and overworked, and they are so important. I've said this a million times. They are so important and vital to the magic of what goes on in Disney World that I just think that they deserve all the respect in the world, and you guys all need to treat them kindly. So when I see them getting mishandled or mistreated, and they're not allowed to fight back, that's what bugs me. Is that no matter what you say or do, no matter how rude you are to them, they're not allowed to backtalk you at all. And so they have no voice, and they can't, you know, they can't get back at you, and it's annoying. I don't like seeing people get picked on. I don't like seeing people taken advantage of. So that bugs me too. But no, really, overall, for the most part, everybody in Disney World really kind of behaves themselves, and I really haven't ever wanted to yank somebody's hair or pull somebody's eyes out because of something that I've seen or something that has happened to me. I just, you know, cutting lines on the buses is annoying, but yeah, whatever, you know. Do I ever feel like I've had enough after 50 plus Disney trips? You know, you'd think that I would, and I don't. It's the craziest thing, and it kind of goes back to what I was talking about in my last video, that despite the fact that I'm going to the same place every trip and the rides themselves are the same, the experiences are never the same way twice. That's like people that go to the beach every summer. Why do you go to the beach every summer? It's the same beach. Well, you go because it's going to be different every single time. Why do you go to amusement parks? Why is Six Flags so, you know, popular? How come everybody wants to go on the same roller coaster over and over again? Because it's never the same twice. Because my kids get bigger with every trip, because I get older with every trip, because every trip is just different. The people that are there are different, the weather is different, the timing is different. It's just never the same trip twice, and every trip to me is special and magical. So that's that. Do we ever take any other family vacations that aren't Disney related? No. And that's the sad truth. We really don't. My husband and I are not beach people, so we don't really like going away. Like, we're not going to a tropical island somewhere to go sit on the beach and drink Mai Tais or whatever. That's not our gig. Once a year, my husband and I get to take a week away. We go on what is the band Kiss. They have a cruise for the fans every year, and this will be the 3rd year we're doing it. So we go down and we do that every year. I take the kids away to my house in the Berkshires. My family has a house up in the Berkshire Mountains in Massachusetts. We do that for the summer. But as far as going away as a family, it's Disney. It's all Disney. What do I think Disney could do to improve and make it a more magical place? Now, this is a great question. What do I think Disney could do? I don't know. I feel like every time I go down there with the new rides, I'm struck that it feels very cookie cutter-ish. And I know that that sounds odd because none of the rides are the same. And they're all infected with the Disney magic. But I feel like when you go on rides like Tiki, like the Tiki Birds room, the Tiki Room, or you go on Small World, or you go on Pirates, they're older rides. They're Peter Pan. They're the older rides. And I feel like they are, I don't want to say more special, I guess. They're more unique. Each ride is unique. I feel like these days, when Disney puts together a ride, the queue that you walk through all feel very much the same. I feel like they were all cut out by the same computer graphic artist. I feel like all the art that you walk through is done by the same artist. I feel like, I don't know, it's all starting to feel kind of the same to me. And that's actually not a very fair statement, because as I'm saying that, I'm thinking of rides like the new Test Track that just came out, which is phenomenal and like nothing you've ever seen before, or the new Little Mermaid ride, which is ridiculous and amazing. So maybe I retract my previous statement with that. What could Disney do better? I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to get back to you on this one because I don't know. I have to think about it. Off the top of my head, I'll tell you nothing because I love Disney World. But I'm sure that there's something that I can come up with that Disney could do better. Everybody can always do better. Nobody is flawless. Nobody is perfect. There is no corporation out there that is perfect. So let me get back to you on this question because I don't have an actual answer for you right now. Let me think about it. Please continue on with the questions. Ask away. There is no question that's silly. No question that even if it's asked before, I don't mind answering again. So fire away. Peace out, my peeps.